That's not Animal, that's Animal Z. Oh. Who's ready to see Animal Z?
Finally be here, and for the tickets to sell it as quick as they did and to see these stands full, all these drivers are stotoked to be here. I'm stoked to be here, and I'm stoked to put on a show for you guys.
Oh, we're definitely stoked to have you here, Adam. Ian, how are you guys feeling up in the tower?
I'm ready to go. I am absolutely ready to go. I can see Adam LZ's ready to go. Before we send him off, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to be topping out our qualifying. Once again, Castle Combe, LZ World Tour, make some noise for Adam LZ! Right, we're going to send Adam LZ back in his car, back down, because he's got qualifying to do.
He has.
He doesn't get a free ride just because he's Adam LZ. He said to me this morning, he's going to win qualifying. He's going to prove that he is the best of the best.
Well, let's hope he can drive where his mouth is. Let's see what happens.
Well, he certainly will be. Look, none of this event would be possible without any of our sponsors. So we have to have a huge shout out to everybody involved, as Adam LZ is going to do a big burnout for you guys. Make some noise, show some appreciation, ladies and gentlemen, as Adam LZ takes the incredible 2JZ36 back down towards the back of the circuit. As we say, this wouldn't be possible without any of our sponsors. Massive thank you to
You can see these guys managing up towards clip one, not to beat this weekend, just out here for the show, and the track, to the southwest, and they're out here, putting on that this track, and they're going to put just the show on, like I said, they're not to beat this weekend, but you can see that defender, V8 up to the bonnet, here, what a sight, Vauxhall C20 underneath the bonnet, and the Escort van scares me a little bit, Jack, every time. Absolutely, and speaking to the driver last night, I said it looks scary to drive, and he said it's absolutely terrifying to drive. Defenders are not known for being nice to drive anyway, as he takes to the grass, as he goes around the outside
Very clean from Ian Phillips. Oh, the little stall up as he gets into outside zone 3. Now back on the throttle for Phillips. As he works 1,000 horsepower to the tarmac, back up through the gears he goes. Big front six in that far outside zone. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys. Bonnet. As he comes up, very, very fast car. Nice early initiation. Gets into this one really, really good. Can he get
Will he get that big old JZX slowed down? Yes, he does. Slight tyre drop on the way in, but really nice coming out of it as he smashes the limiter on that one JZ Chaser out into the outside, back into the outside zone. And a really good job by Martin Monaco. Absolutely on form this weekend as he comes into clip one nicely from clip one as he can take over two. Good job through outside zone two. Comes into the outside zone, little dab on the handbrake but makes it work, dabs on the foot brake as well. That JZ absolutely singing as he comes into the roundabout, nicely into the roundabout, his first ever competition. He's doing an absolutely sterling job. I think this is his best run I've seen him do all weekend. Dabs on the foot brake, outside zone, drops the wheel as he goes through. Really, really good job for the man.
Yeah. 1,007 horsepower, and 7 makes a difference this weekend, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
This car making all of the power, but not using all of it at the moment, now starts to unleash that pro-charged LS underneath the bonnet of the JZX. Big car to slow down, but he makes it around the roundabout, stands on the throttle, lights up the tyres as Hayden Cruikshank looks for that final outside zone, goes for the flick back. Little nerves creeping in, I think, for Hayden Cruikshank, fulfills that zone and spots the line.
It's all about that clip one job.
Yeah, 64.6 for Hayden Cruikshank. Judges look like that much. A little tame, maybe. A little tame. But a man that doesn't drive very tame in this man's ranking, it's going to be Hugh Saville in Mark and 2 Road Motorworks as Hugh Saville comes up to initiate. Gets that car strangely initiated. For a nice fast, snappy initiation. He now works his way around outside zone 3 on the throttle. Goes Hugh Saville, working that little Corolla in to the roundabout. Goes a little wide as Hugh Saville. Again, another driver, the nerves creeping in, wants to put on a show, wants to impress the judges. Not doing a good job so far though, as Hugh Saville goes right to the edge of the circuit. Comes up the line. What can he do in qualifying? He's been looking good. Brumberg now starts to slap the tyres already. Looks down for that inner zone, tries to slow the Volvo down in the roundabout, gets it absolutely dialed. Big clutch kicks once again from Brumberg as he now absolutely destroys the rev limiter, looks for the final outside zone, clutch kicks it once again as Brumberg. So there we go, looks like
Nice quality seat time as well.
Jake Crouch, ladies and gentlemen, this incredible S15 through the gears. What can he do in qualifying? A man known for style and for the show. Oh, very straight from Jake Crouch in the S15, slows the car down into the roundabout. Absolutely dialed as Jake Crouch now picks up the throttle once again, selects another gear, big clutch kick from Jake Crouch as he works his way around that final outside zone. And that looks good. 20 horsepower, welcome Dave Baston, a man that's always here at Castle Group, on the show, the action days. Misses outside zone 1, comes up a little short. This car across the circuit, Baston on the throttle, lets the car wash right to the edge of the circuit. For outside zone 3, a little flick of dirt towards the videographers down there on the infield. Oh, Baston goes very wide, gets it going, though, stands on the throttle, tries to get those little 15-inch wheels spinning once again as he now looks for that final outside zone. Baston on throttle, trying to fulfill it all, trying to redeem something because he gets the job done across the line.
It's just not getting that clip one right. You can see that it's borrowed from someone random in the UK. And let's see how he does in this borrowed car. Nicely through, looks like someone. Look at this now. Exactly what you see. He just jumped into position there. Now, couldn't get into that outside zone a little bit earlier, but doing a really nice job with his BMW powered S14. Nicely through that outside zone for the roundabout. Struggling a little bit with the gearing, but makes it work. Oh, bit of a straight in there as well as he comes through to that back into the outside zone. Really nice job, run that wide outside line. That competes in events like that, but here he is competing at the LC World Tour as Luke Woodham comes off like smoke in those rear wheels. Does he get into outside one? Yes, beautifully for outside zone 1. He'll get outside zone 2. Exactly what the judges want to see. Can he make it outside look really nice and early? Yet dabs on the foot brake, you see that front wheel locking up. He could have been a little bit deeper, but does a really, really good job here as he now comes into the roundabout. He's used to roundabouts like this, being a Gymkhana Grid previous driver, with those tyres absolutely being smoked on the rear there. As he comes back into the outside zone, absolutely clinical, really, really nice job. Arm out the window. Yesterday and worked through the night to try and get it fixed, and has got it fixed. Now Archie Harmer through nicely through outside zone 1. So now as he comes into outside zone 3, look at this run by Archie Harmer. He is absolutely got it, smoking up those rear tyres as he comes into the roundabout. Really, really good job. This looks like an absolutely fantastic run here, and it's going really, really well so far. Will he make it all the way round to the outside zone? Look at those lines from Archie Harmer. Give a round of applause, Castle. One of the smokiest cars on track. Ian, as he comes into clip one, talk us through it.
Yeah, let's see what he can do. If you like the car, already broke that car around. Nice into outside zone 3. This is good from Ryan Hughes. Oh, tickles the dirt on the out of the zone as Hughes slows that GTA 6 down. Oh, and he just drops the wheel over the edge of the roundabout. Back on the throttle once again as Ryan Hughes kicks the clutch, looks for the final outside zone. Up another gear, big clutch kick once again on the throttle. Ryan Hughes across the line. So here he goes off the line now, Axel Hildebrand in the triple motor. Oh, very boring. This isn't coming together. How is he out? Works his way into outside zone 3, big clutch kick, and he opens up the throttle and lets that free rotor sing. Into the roundabout goes Axel Hildebrand. Stands on the accelerator past the judging tower. Looks to flick it into that final outside zone. On the throttle now is Axel Hildebrand. zone 3. Car wobbles a little bit, almost called for wheelie, as he now works his way down towards the roundabout. Anti-lag banging as George Bartley stands on the accelerator, trying to get himself away from that roundabout. Big clutch kick once again into that final outside zone. Bartley really working that car as he waves on that wheel.
Absolutely gripped up that now off the line in that R33. Just under 600 horsepower as she comes into outside zone 1. Oh, did a bit of a weird initiation into outside zone 1. Still again, will she make it round this long outside zone 3? Does a nice job through that. Slightly on the inside, it's going to mess her up for the roundabout, but does make it work. Oh, and does have to shut it down. Just misgeared there, just didn't get into the correct gear. Massive flame erupts in the back. And that was a big mistake as he comes through, but nicely through that
An OG UK drifted, so Skyline R32, 1.5 JZ, 800 from outside zone 2 as he now works his way into outside zone 3. Martin Richards looking at dials on the angle. Car looks absolutely beautiful. One of the oldest cars, European pro cars, competing still to this day. Highlighted by Martin Richards, as we say, a man that represented the UK in the FIA Drift Games. Martin Richards kicks the clutch, big flame erupts from the external wastegate. Go over and take a look at the work that went into this Corolla when they were building this car.
This is outside zone 2 though. Oh, he gets himself all hooked up and rolled as he comes into the outside zone 3. But now stands on the throttle, that V8 throttle bodied LS powered under the bonnet. Oh, runs very wide, just drops a little bit of dirt as he comes out. This car looks incredibly difficult to drive. That does a great job to come through there.
As he comes through the gears in this big 180 SX, really nice initiation, picks it very wide to the edge of the circuit, from outside zone 2 as he now works his way into 3 on the throttle, but he's made a big mistake there and he's very shallow. Now starts to push them back into that car where it needs to be. As Holdsworth makes his way around the roundabout, stands on the accelerator. Josh Holdsworth goes right to the edge of the circuit, back through the gears he goes, up another gear into this final outside zone, kicks the clutch, gets the job done.
And not just good.
That Sebastian Fontaine ever had. He used to drive this car to school, to college, and now uses it as his international pro car. As Fontaine now finds his 2JZ singing underneath the bonnet. Look at the commitment into the outside zone 3 as Fontaine stands on the foot brake, looks down towards the roundabout, flicks the car in, dials on the angle. Sebastian Fontaine keeping those rear wheels spinning as he picks up another gear for the gearbox, flicks it back towards the outside zone. Sebastian Fontaine, arm out the window, gives the car a little tap, stands on the Right, backseat, Monster Energy, off the line and through the gears, back and flicks that car, goes for a big initiation, very wild from backseat, getting in. Screams right now as Bagsy fulfills all of that outside zone, and he'll wobble, but he stays in it. It's Bagsy, flips the throttle, fires that car in on angle, gets it round the roundabout. Now back on throttle once again as he gets the wheel in that inner zone, flicks it towards that final outside zone. Smoke erupts as Bagsy takes it right to the end of the circuit. Off the line, 2JZ E36 BMW flicks it to angle. This Drift Masters Pro car.
Oh, shuts it down! Oh! No!
Ladies and gentlemen, give it down there. What's he saying?
Do you want another go?
Hi. Yeah, the car shut off. I gotta call my tuner. He's over in the pits.
Okay, he needs to call his tuner.
From Drift Games, he's going to be trying to help fix the
We've
car.
got Adam Ivel down there.
Adam Ivel, he knows nothing about cars, but he'll point at the stuff.
He was.
Look at that, there's Adam Ivel. He's just pointing at things. There's an engine.
Yep.
There's a boost hose. There's stuff. Adam's like, yeah, there's stuff under the engine. I don't know what it is. There's a thing. Is that an engine?
Yep.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, we got the phone out.
Got the phone out, yep. But we're going to get him recovered off circuit. That gives us a quick moment to thank our sponsors, who, without those, Jack, we wouldn't be able to do this. Of course, a massive thank you to Tyre Streets, all these drivers this weekend, running on the Accelera 651, Hands Eye Wheels, Sim consultants. We've got Drift Games, we've got everybody to thank. BC Racing, who are here as well. If you want some coilovers, go over there, head to the BC Racing stand, have a look around. 900 horsepower. Now let's just wait for outside zone 3, nice and early. Look at the speed that Falvey's carrying as he comes full tilt in towards the roundabout. Connor Falvey won't want to be beaten. Slows that car down in the roundabout, but now picks up the throttle once again back into it as Connor Falvey looks for that final outside zone. Falvey right to the edge of the circuit. Full throttle, full commitment from the young guns. Come on. You can't make that assumption. Practice run. We're going to let Luke Fink do a practice run in this car. JT 100 to JT. This is the practice run. He should just take it as a scored run because he's just good so far, Jack.
Wow, look at the run by Luke Fink, smashing the limiter on that 1.1 JZ chaser, coming nicely into that roundabout. This is not a practice run. Luke Fink just showing his talent. The man from down under, absolutely on form.
I mean, now we are all the way over this weekend to compete at the LT World Tour in a foreign car from line 1 o'clock. He sits on the line 1 JZ, 100 horsepower, Jason X100. As Luke Fink gets a thumbs up from our start line Marshall Kevin as he comes off the line and through the gears. What can Luke Fink do? Can he get better than he just did? As he now starts to smoke the tyres even earlier. Big clutch kick from Luke Fink. Outside one now. Good already. Fires the car into outside zone 3. Full throttle. Look at that flames erupting from the front and the back. As Luke Fink is not messing around. Can he slow the car down? He can. Gets it into the roundabout. Big clutch kick once again from Luke Fink. Dials on the angle as he puts that Betty Surf Shop JZX 101 where it needs to be. Oh, hell of a cross. He said, I'm going to do a practice. I'm going to do a qualifying run. Why not? But he doesn't want to get a score. He's right, okay, hold on, this is all messed up. There's no point. So we're waiting for Adam to fix his car. James Dean apparently has said these scores are pathetic. The words from the Irishman's mouth, the 5-time Formula Drift champion, apparently has sat down there in his car and said, what are you guys at? They were the words out of his mouth. But ladies and gentlemen, can he do a 99-point run? It's James Dean, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, big flick. There's a wheel on the floor. Look at this, he's late into outside zone 3. The judges have got a keen eye on this one. As James Dean now puts the Eurofighter where it needs to be. Into the roundabout goes James Dean. Unleashes the fury as he comes round the roundabout in to the last outside zone. Dean right to the edge of the circuit and a
Here, as he dirt drops it through, freewheeling through, but he has won pretty much everything there is to win. He has won Formula Drift 5 times the championship, 5 times. He's won the Irish Drift Championship, he's won the British Drift Championship, he's been over to Oman and won the Oman Drift Championship, and now he's here. Well, he's going to go.
He's coming back to do some more. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the multiple European champion, the 5-time Formula Drift champion, the man that has done it all, the hero from Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen,
give James Dean a round of applause.
ladies and gentlemen, we need more than that. When he steps out of the car, I want you to hit him with a wall of sound. The 5-time Formula Drift champion, the multiple European champion, when he gets out of the car, give it up for James Dean! Adam Ivel.
That was fun. before I talk to this man, sometimes we have to appreciate what is happening in front of us while it is happening. This man right here is a history maker, and his name will be echoed in drifting long after we are all gone. James, welcome back to England, and thank you for putting on such a show. How does it feel to be back here? How does it feel to be back in the Eurofighter at the LZ World Tour?
It's absolutely amazing, and to see so many people come out and support us drifting is unreal. It's the first time I've driven this car since England, actually, at Goodwood Festival of Speed last year. I'm just having fun. It's awesome.
Well, it's been such a successful season for you, especially over in Formula Drift, making history, 5-time world champion over in America. How does that feel?
Unbelievable. It's almost kind of weird, and I don't know if it fully sank in yet, because you know, it happened a round before the final round, and we didn't actually lift the trophy yet, so we're going back to Long Beach next month. Just looking forward to going there with family and friends and celebrating, having fun, and doing what I love.
Well, we can't wait to see you have more fun here at the LZ World Tour, dude. Enjoy it, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for James Dean!
He's lost his wing mirror. He's lost his wing mirror.
So it actually blew off when I transitioned into the second corner. I flicked in, big angle, wing mirror took off. It kind of distracted me for a second getting into here, but still fun. Loved it.
We'll check the lost and found in a little bit, okay? Back to you guys up there.
Thank you, Adam.
Cheers, Adam.
Wow. I mean, loses a wing mirror, he's going so fast. Silver to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, James Dean, everyone.
A smoky burnout to finish.
Yep, James Dean here this weekend, just for the show, just to have some fun. And the score is in. The score's in. The score's in. The score is in. Comes on in. Here we go, off the line, through the gears, Adam LT fires in gear 26 on the front right now. Outside zone 2 as LT goes for free, full throttle, no messing around. Look at the speed of Adam LT as he fires into the roundabout. Can he get it down? He can. Slows that car down now, back on throttle as he goes for that outside zone. One more big outside zone to go as he kicks the clutch once again. Full throttle into that final outside zone. Make some noise, show your appreciation for Adam LT.
Wow, Ian. What a run. What a run.
Masters European Pro Car. Out of circuit. One and only Jimmy Oakes in Adam LZ's European Pro Car. Jimmy Oakes, unfortunately, earlier on crashed the Drift Game Supra. Many people have. Yes. And the Jimmy Oakes said the car can't drive. Adam LZ said, look, we're not having you not in the show. You're going out in the show. So he said, take my E36 and go and have some fun.
Well, if there's a man who knows how to drive the E36 as well, Jimmy Oakes pretty much driven most things, and we're about to see him now take on this. He's never done a lap in his car.
He's never done a lap in the car, so I don't know whether he's going to do a practice run first.
Balls will always smash it up.
And then he's going to
Again, many have. Adam done it last weekend in Poland, didn't he?
Qualifying run. We're going to check it out to see if he wants one.
I don't even know what.
He does this very often, yeah. And he builds some incredible cars on his YouTube channel. Ian, what do you reckon to his recent build of his that E36?
Adam LZ's Euro 2JZ powered E36 BMW. What could Jimmy Oakes do? First time driving the car, flicks it in. Not a bad line through outside zone one to the car. He's making it around nevertheless. Gets himself into outside zone 3. He's had plenty of seat time this weekend in that Toyota Supra. Now comes down towards the roundabout as Jimmy Oakes works his way around. Big clutch kick from Jimmy Oakes, stands on the accelerator, lights up those accelerator tires. Now flicks it into outside zone 3, full throttle once again from Jimmy Oakes as he gets the shot down to the front of the line. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Oakes.
I want to know, Ian. Don't know, but he comes back.
He's going to come back, he's going to come down to us, he's going to get a chat, he's going to get out of the car and look at this, doing a few donuts. And
Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Oakes, hand out the window.
he's just enjoying himself in Adam LZ's E36, gets some extra seat on. He's going to make his way back down. It's Alvin Harris, and in the S15 it is going to be Peter Nilsson, the guys from We Crusade, the guys that created the Up in Smoke Tour, the guys that do the drift jams all around the UK. They put on a show everywhere they go. And here they are right now at Castle Coombe. We'll have a little bit of a show for you guys, doing some tandem donuts and some burnouts on the circuit. As they make their way back up the circuit, they're going to come round.
In those cars, putting on stunts, putting on a show for you here in attendance. Arm out the window from Peter Nielsen. And we can see that Corvette of Alvin Harris there destroying those Accelera tyres on the back of that from Tyre Streets. He's going to have to visit Tyre Streets.
Most of these guys selling merch. Check out the as they finish up those big smoky burnouts and make their way back to the paddock.
Plenty more surprises in store. Half those surprises we don't even know. We don't even know.
Yeah, I've been told.
Absolutely. Look at him in wheelies. Got smart.
Cross, look at this from Liam Gordon. Don't listen around. That's absolutely. Here we go. Wow, look at that. 3 wheels, 2 wheels. That car is wild. We said that Phil Morrison's Corolla was wild. I think that car's even wilder.
I absolutely agree. That thing is just insane. Absolutely insane. I've never seen anything quite like that before. And what a driver behind the wheel.
I don't know if he's in across it or not, but I have no idea. Look at this. They still messing with it. Still got another 360 to go down. Back towards the start line. I don't know if he's finished or not. No one knows. Only Liam Durham's just come onto the
Turbo, Axel Hildebrand in the lead, Kevin Brunderboat to chase. Don't forget, you're deciding who's going to win the initiation. Oh, Axel with a bit of a weird initiation. They come through, bit of separation now. Kevin's going to dive in right in. Axel on the foot brake as they come round the roundabout. Can we cap 2 Volvos round the roundabout? Yes, we can. And as they come out of the roundabout, nice job there by both drivers. Kevin's going to need to dive.
pace matching him. Oh, and a little tease there on initiation. Get himself back into it. Kevin Bromberg. Force, there we go. They're going to come back. They're going to do around the floor. It is a floor. That's the all the way through. I'm sure there's no reason these guys. 1,000 horsepower.
I don't know if Adam can hear us over the noise of that rotary.
I am here with Axel and Brumberg. Axel, that was so cool, man. Your car is so loud, dude. Now, these are not your stereotypical drift cars, but how did it feel putting them together, making them work as proper competition drift cars?
I mean, this is a dream come true to be in front of such a big crowd and drive with my friend Kev, who I met because I thought his car looked cool online and I kind of copied it. So to have him here, it's awesome. It's super strange following in the state as well. When you come around here, the smoke, it's so square on the back, you just can't see anything. It's so good.
Brilliant. And we've seen you featuring Drift Masters over the last couple of years in this car. How does it feel to be here at the LZ World Tour in England?
It's special, but I love it. The crowd is amazing and everything here is amazing. So I'm very happy to be here and yeah, can't wait for the show.
So they're both buttering up the crowd here because, as we have said, it is a crowd decision. So, can we get the crowd to make some noise if you thought Brunberg won that in the Kevlar Volvo? Can we also get you to make some noise if you thought it was Axel in the rotary powered Volvo?
Oh, it's close.
It's very close, Adam.
I think the decision was made.
Axel Hildebrand gets the win, and it's unbelievable.
Just insane.
Running ESX, he said, I want to bring it out on track, but I can't because I'm up in the judging tower. And they said, well, hey, look, Jimmy Oakes is free and he was loving the car. Why not let Jimmy drive the car? And Jimmy Oakes apparently said, I'd give anything to have a little drive of that car. Wow. So here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Oakes driving that incredible car, and Julian Smith in the Blitz R34.
So, I know lots about this car. This car is a complete legendary car. 36 and it comes off, but look at this. Oh, Josh Holbrook.
Incredible car from absolutely incredible car from American Suzuki. What he can do in that Ferrari is insane. But he needs to take him out of that car. You've got to get him out of there. He needs to get on the bike. Let's get some drifting on the way. What's the line? Oh, he's showboating.
It's James Dean at his finest. Look, oh, 360. Right in the smoke he's created.
Starting this, so you don't know what James Dean's going to do. He just went absolutely. Is he finished? Can we get on with 360? Right, is he finished now? Can we get on with some real drifting? Like some competition?
He's going around again.
He's coming back.
He's coming back. Oh, the start line marshal says
Marshall says go. We're going to run out of time. Right, James Dean's coming back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think there's more time on that record of 6:51. Once again, another show of round 3 of the LC World Tour here at Castle Coombe UK is underway as Jimmy Oakes fires through the gears, flicks that car to the angle.
Going to go for an overtake there, but he's going to finish off the runner style. And let's not forget, if there's a zero at any point, it's the first person to make a zero. And then we'll go for
At least we made something out of it.
Back into that final outside zone, and the clock tonight is just a man effect. He drive as many cars in the US. The back to stay on the wheels wide in that. Bit of lost ground there from Guy Maxwell. He's down the side.
Job in the lead position there, disposing of that rear bumper on zone 3, and we'll look down to for the decision. The judges up here making their decisions, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but it looks like the decision's is in, and it will be Guy Maxwell, ladies and gentlemen. Guy Maxwell getting the win and advancing through to the. As George Barkley looking to put that carbon Kevlar F22 BMW on cover. To the roundabout, George Barkley keeps it clean, very nice. As Morrison takes the wrong line and makes a massive mistake. George Barkley into that final outside top 90 into the circuit.
You can see it as it goes from 2 to 3, it makes a huge lunge into there, but just as I thought it looked perfect coming into the roundabout, but Phil just getting it all wrong on there. Hopefully we'll see that on the replay in just a second. Here we go.
1,000 horsepower, turbocharged 2JZ against naturally aspirated V8. Look at that Barkley on the back bumper. From the Driftworks Corona, they get into the roundabout. George Barkley keeping it clean. All he needs to do is hold it together. There's George Barkley now trying to find the ball.
Stick with him, don't make any big jumps in, and just hold on to it. And he did an absolutely fantastic job there. A little wandering, a little wavering as they come through zone 3, but a fantastic job by those guys. And George doing exactly what he needed. And we looked at the judges.
Yeah, decision's in, and it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be George Barkley. George Barkley gets the win. We wait for our starlight marshal to give him the signal. He's down there patiently waiting. George Barkley does get the win. A massive mistake from Phil Morrison, the judges saying, coming out of the roundabout. And George Barkley, LS 350Z chased down by the rotary Volvo. Very nice. That big Volvo, axle no flicks out that massive mistake as it stalks the car. Ian Phillips gets it round the roundabout into
Axel doing a great job in the lead, going into all those concerns, following that lead car absolutely perfectly, and it was all going so Axel, full chat in that 3-rotor Volvo estate up to the nice and closely, both of them make it just about through the roundabout as we hear that both of the cars as they come through. Proximity.
yeah. I was watching the judges then.
Were you?
Yeah, I was just seeing what they were thinking.
Were you not watching what's going on?
No, he was doing all that.
Oh, okay.
I was keeping an eye on one bit and one eye on the other. I was spreading my eyes across the commentary tower. The judges were at their hands on their chin because, and I did wonder, there was some separation in certain places. The judges asking for a replay. They want to see a replay of that second run of Axel in the lead. Now they were talking about the separation coming out of the roundabout. That's what they were talking about. So, look, as much as this is fun and we're having a lot of fun, and I hope you guys here are having loads of fun, the judges take it seriously still, because someone's going to win one of those Kansai Wheel trophies.
Yeah, and you've seen that, and I missed that through the smoke.
Big separation.
Big separation.
Fires it on big angle, but doesn't get to the outside zone. Struggles to keep up.
But you see Axel there straightening up as he comes out of the roundabout, kicks that clutch, keeps the smoke pouring off, but it was a big straighten. So it's going to be...
Yeah, well, the decision's in, ladies and gentlemen, and I can tell you it will be the first one of the day. It's going to be a one more time, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a one more time. And these guys get to do it again as they both sit on the line, banging flames out their exhaust. So it will be the first of our one more times. I'm sure we're going to see a few more.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to be a street style S15 versus a full blown car.
Foot flat to floor in that beautiful S15. Nice initiation. Slow it down enough. Oh, Adam LZ drops it into the gravel, but doing a really good job in the lead. Is Jake Crouch doing exactly what he needs to? They transition back over this long outside zone. Trotter Moses over Adam LZ is right to the winning, and a bit of a wander away from Jake.
Amazing chase. I mean, what LZ did there in the chase going into the roundabout was the best thing we've seen yet. Look at this, we're going to see a replay as these guys come through. LZ keeping with Jake Crouch, sitting on the back bumper the whole way through, follows him in, but then makes a nice dive into outside zone 3. Look at this, tucks in right up onto the door, gives Jake Crouch all the room to manoeuvre. But watch this move from LZ here as they come down into the roundabout. Transition before Jake, which sets himself up perfectly to get onto the door, and then he's already with him. He doesn't lose any ground. As they come through here, that inner zone, big clutch kick, flicks the car, lets it wash straight up onto the door and stays with Jake Crouch. We know Jake Crouch is having some fuel cut issues as well, so maybe that's what happened there at the end of the run. Wait to see who the decision is and who gets the wheel. And it does look like, ladies and gentlemen, can confirm getting the win is Adam LZ, ladies and gentlemen. Adam LZ gets the win, advances through to the top 16. Unfortunately, we lose Jake Crouch, but what a beautiful car.
Absolutely beautiful S15, and glad it's going home just the way it looks now.
Yeah, Axel Hildebrand, the scores on one clean. Who will get the win? The Rolls Cloud of smoke as they come down towards the bubble. And he punts it clean off the track. Axel Hildebrand mistimes the transition.
He'll be fine.
And punts him straight into the door, pushes him off the track. Axel Hildebrand shutting down the car.
He's out.
And
Oh yeah.
we are looking
The Volvo
to see Axel obviously still running the radiator in front of that car in the corner, trying to see if there's any damage before he continues. He's A-OK. Looks like the international signal is A-OK. He's ready to go. Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Wrecking their drift cars out there for your entertainment. Look at this. Boom.
It just looks like he's got lost in the smoke there behind Imbis Phillips. Couldn't see where he's going, didn't see where that point was initiating. Just got completely lost in the smoke. And yeah, unfortunately, making that contact there with Imbis Phillips on that door. Luckily, door is only perspex, so it should be easy.
I mean, we see it coming. He looked over and was like, ah! There's a Volvo.
Right, so they're going to get back into the cars.
Well, so there we go. Looks like
Well, it looks like the bumper just bent in and came back out again. So it might not even dented because he gave it a
Axel Hildebrand and Ian Biss Phillips are going to take those cars back down towards the start line.
Obviously, that Volvo being made for carbon Kevlar, and it's one of the joys of carbon Kevlar. It's very flexible, very flexible.
Yeah, it'll be a new.
big battle, UK versus Ireland on circuit right now. It's Conor Falvey. Slows the car down for the roundabout, gets the job done. Look at that big clutch kicks, tries to keep it clean, and he does. As Hayden Cruikshank though, doesn't let him get too far away. Hayden Cruikshank should be
absolutely perfect line there from Conor Falvey, and you'll see it on the replay as it comes in.
Falvey 6 to the rear bumper of that big JZX 100. They come up for initiations. Hayden fires it in. Falvey goes early. The room to manoeuvre as they come into the roundabout. Hayden Cruikshank flicks that big JZX 100 where it needs to be. As Falvey then struggling to get the grip back in. Will he make a big dive into that corner outside line?
Exactly when Hayden was going to transition into this roundabout, and you can see it as he comes in. But first of all, we'll look at the back of the replay. Hayden with a nice line, misses outside zone 2, but both of them mirrored each other absolutely perfectly. But watch this, as Hayden comes into this roundabout, Conor holds back ever so slightly, predicts it, and then makes the transition, gives him space to transition, comes around the roundabout, and then plants that throttle and tries to get back on the door, and that he does. Look at the angle from Conor Falvey there, absolutely perfect, and makes it across the line. Do we have a winner?
It looks like we do have a winner, Jack, indeed, and I can tell you that getting the win and advancing through to the top 8 is Conor Falvey, ladies and gentlemen. Conor Falvey gets the win, advances through to the top 8. He puts his hand on the roof of the car and he says, me and you have been everywhere this year, and this weekend could be the weekend where it all matters.
Well, we'll have to see, because he's going to have to go against one of the two that are coming up next, and these two drivers.
By Luke Fink in that Oro BMW 30. Look at this, parts falling off. Luke Fink as he now dives in round the roundabout, side by side. That's absolutely beautiful from both of them. Bumper to bumper transition. As Luke goes for the outside line. Look at Luke Fink, he's holding it.
Wow, Luke Fink there. Just to remind me, this is the second lap in that car ever. He's never seen the car before. With him, and as he comes out, gets himself stood up ever so slightly. That was very, very close. As they come from the final thing.
Through the gears, up Avon Rise, into Quarry they come, through the gears, big flick from both sides. It's lost in a cloud of smoke as they slow down for the roundabout. Luke Fink going a little wide and messes up Luke Woodham as they get back into the throttle. Luke Fink is up and gone as he gets it to the final outside zone.
That E30 must be running some grip. You can see how low the tyre pressure, but as he came up towards Avon Rise, you can just see he picked a wheel off the floor. Look at that, 3 wheels into outer zone 2. As they both come into outer zone 3, really nice lead line. Luke Woodham there, right there with him, right on the rear bumper, nicely into this roundabout. Takes a wide line, just over the white line. Judges will be having a look at that. They said they didn't mind him just over the white line, but was that a bit more than they'd like? And as they come round there, Luke Woodham right on that outside edge of the circuit, a bit of separation. Judge is going to have a tough decision with this one.
No, not tough at all.
No,
I've already decided.
I know nothing.
And I can confirm that getting the win, advancing through to the Great 8 is Luke Fink, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Fink gets the win in a borrowed car and advances through. Unfortunately, we lose Luke Woodham. That little tag on the door, that bumper to bumper transition, just gave the judges what they wanted.
Absolutely, and as we see Luke Woodham there, just leaving the circuit in style with a bit of a burnout. But I mean, I've just had a little look at the next man on the start line.
Maxwell out onto the back bumper in that absolutely door on door. Backwards into the roundabout. Goes Sebastian Fontaine. Guy Maxwell has to shut it down now, gets himself back into it. But Sebastian Fontaine is absolutely
I don't know where it came from. Guy has been driving great all weekend. Let's not take that from him. But that was absolutely insane. Point. Sebastian Fontaine though, a man who's been all over the world driving and knows this car extremely well. Like you said, Ian, he's up
The lead position in that M54 Turbo S14A comes up over the crest of Avon Rise, flicks that car onto over one initiation. On the roundabout. And Sebastian Fontaine, almost makes contact once again. It's very scrappy out there. These two guys
what we get here, LZ Pro Tour. It was all happening in that instance. Look at this on the replay then. So Guy goes for a huge transition, gets it all onto the dirt, but manages to keep it just about on the circuit. And then we see Sebastian Fontaine then right up and close and personal. But here is where it all goes wrong again. As we see Guy there doing an actually pretty good job, and I think Sebastian Fontaine there just a little bit close, not really allowing to transition. But then as they kept back onto it here, Guy just doing everything he can. His arm is going all over the place inside the car and pushes Sebastian Fontaine and says, no, this is my track, get on, I want it.
Yeah, well, there we go, look at that. These two guys having a lot of fun, waving to each other, having a laugh inside the car. These guys are always having fun at these events, and the decision team, and it will be Sebastian Fontaine, ladies and gentlemen, advancing through to the top 8. Sebastian Fontaine getting the win, advancing through to the top 8. Unfortunately, Guy Maxwell putting it on the grass is not where we need him to be.
Absolutely not. No, we want it on the back stuff. No, not on the green stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to replace all the grass when we leave, apparently. For me? Yeah, that's in your contract. Did you not read it in fine print?
Yeah.
I didn't see that, no.
Yeah, there's turf to be replaced all the way around the edge of the stadium. I won't be here, so you have to do it.
Do I have to do everything in this place?
Yeah, well, there we go. We're going to move it along. It's going to be Kevin Brumberg up next to take on George Barkley, the carbon Kevlar Volvo from Sweden, to take on the carbon Kevlar F22 from Essex.
So slightly there though, but gets back into it, into that outside zone 3. Really, really nice through here. And then Kevin Brundenberg nice and close, but look at this, they come to the roundabout, look at that transition, perfectly done. And as he comes out of the roundabout, nice and close, look at the bump, inches away, absolutely inches away. And it stamps on that throttle and gets right back up and close and personal with that F22 BMW. What a battle.
What a battle indeed. Well, those guys down there ready to receive their decision. And I can confirm that the man all the way from Sweden gets the win. Kevin Brumberg, ladies and gentlemen, in the carbon Kevlar Volvo, gets the win and advances on. Unfortunately, we lose George Barkley, but hey, we can't keep at one. We're happy all day.
Right,
but anyway, don't do right now as he comes off the line to chase down Bagsy. They fire through the gears. Equal power plants underneath the body. Two different champions as they go through. For the roundabout, Bagsy fires it in, just about scrubs off the speed he needs to go. Ian Phillips though on a nice line, loses some ground as Bagsy gets into to lead out Steve Bagsy, the Ascione, as they hammer the gear up off the Now gets closer once again. Into the zone they go. Bagsy though, with a huge mistake in the roundabout. Ian Phillips stands on the throttle now, starts to drive away. Bagsy trying to Bagsy pushes
we told him briefing that it's the first zero. Did they deem Bagsy to have a zero already? So was the run basically already over them? But you see Imbis Phillips have a little bit of a mistake as they come in, but it's as they come in here. You watch Bagsy, just gets lost in the smoke completely in his face. As he comes in a bit too quickly and spins out. Are the judges going to deem that enough of a bad mistake to be a zero? But look at this as they come back through. Imbis Phillips there, heading off circuit. It does look like Imbis Phillips just lost all power. And Bagsy, still on full throttle, just pushes him off the circuit. I don't know him. You're looking very bemused.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen to the judges and I'm trying to look down there on the screen, both guys out of the car. And that wasn't Ian Phillips' bumper, which is more confusing. So here we go, decisions in from our judges, and I can confirm taking the win and advancing through to the Grade A is Ian Biz Phillips, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Biz Phillips gets the win. It was the first zero. Judges saying that Bagsy zeroed out first on the roundabout, and unfortunately, Bagsy out of competition, gets to pack it up, put it in the trailer, and get himself out of here.
Well, he's got a busy night ahead of him.
He certainly has. Bagsy driving tomorrow in competition in Mondello Park, so he'll be thankful maybe for the little bit of downtime before the craziness evolves. Yeah, some damage on the back of Ian Phillips' car, so work to be done there before he comes back out from top 8. Full throttle, how's it going? Foot flat to the floor, works his way across the circuit, back into that right outside zone. He's damage is already done. This side, he's going to tuck in at the last minute onto the back bumper of that A86. He does, he goes for a side-by-side.
A bit odd for Martin Richards this weekend because he hasn't lost any body panels, and it was about time that he did. But yeah, Martin Richards there just coming in super hot. I don't know whether he was on the wrong line. We'll have to see if we can get a replay of that again, if we can. And look at that as they come in there. Outside zone 2's lovely. Martin Richards very, very close in. And yeah, just tags the rear end of that A86.
Looks like the decision is in from our judges as we see Martin Richards just destroying what's left of the rear bumper on that R32 in Nissan Skyline. Decision's in, and the judges, well, they said that's not good enough, you can do better. So it is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, a one more time. It's going to be a one more time between Hugh Saville and Martin Richards. You're going to see those guys go at it again as Martin Richards gets out of the car to assist.
That was absolutely immaculate.
Well, Hugh Saville spun on the roundabout,
Yep.
so it was a 0.
Yep.
Martin Richards crashed into Hugh, so that's a 0. So there's only one fair way to do it, and that's smash their cars up some more again.
Let's hope not.
Let's not crash into each other some more. I find it highly entertaining, but I don't have to pick up the repair bill at the end of the weekend.
This will be interesting. Martin Richards is going to try.
Martin Richards, look at this.
You're not going to get that bumper in there,
It's
mate.
like a really fancy UPS van. Martin Richards delivery service.
We needed him for a pizza delivery last night.
Don't even talk about the pizza delivery last night. That guy might be in the crowd. In his M50 Turbo, BMW E36, Ian
Absolutely.
We are at the tail end of the season if you think about it. We are. This is for a lot of these guys. He's not called the crazy drift kid for no reason. 24 Turbo GT6, it's one. Circuit as they now make their way around. LT keeping up with him and down. Ryan Hughes gets into Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the LZ World Tour.
So let me just GT86 versus Ryan's GT86. Adam LZ comes up to the first initiation point. Look at that, perfect. Drops into there, but now he's going to absolutely kick the clutch and try and get away from Ryan Hughes. Two
Ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. And you know what? Give Ryan Hughes a huge round of applause for not only lending out that car, but for lending it out to Adam LZ this weekend in competition. And that is incredible.
Absolutely incredible. You can see this is just absolutely insane by both guys. Adam LZ there taking a very wide line, dropping into the dirt, and then dropping into the gravel. But But Ryan Hughes is taking good care of it as he continues to clutch on that Barrett horsepower 2J.
So you have a chat with those guys, Adam.
No one wants to see his hair.
Adam, Ryan, was that on your bingo card for this year, driving a K-Swap GT86 at Castle Coombe?
I mean, that was so cool, man. Like, this is one of those things that can only happen at one of these events. The guy that I'm going up against is kind enough to lend me his own personal car just so we can do the battle. I did a gearbox in mine, funny enough, when I was complaining about missing a shift over there. So I was like, it's okay, you know, we'll pack up the car early, but this guy...
Ryan, the show must go on, and you, that was absolutely nice. Yeah, no, it's good car, but it's untested, so I was a bit like, oh, it went well, so it's good.
Can I ask what it looked like through your window watching your other car?
Come back through, like, and I was on it, yeah, it's good.
Brilliant. Judges, do we have a decision?
Adam, we do have a decision, and I can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, that getting the win and advancing through to the top 8 is Ryan Hughes, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Hughes gets the win and advances through to the top 8. Ladies and gentlemen, we won't see Adam LZ now in competition, so give him a round of applause for Adam LZ!
Well, to be fair, it's not his car as well. Yeah, if he was in 46, I don't think it's much better.
Right, but he's happy, he's into the top 8, the king of Coombe.
Good.
Well, there's still a few more drivers to go through yet, so we'll see how he gets on. Right, we're back down there on the start line. Looks like we do have 2 prepared cars, 2 beautiful cars, ready to rock and roll. 1 spot left in the top. Hugh Saville, look at this, Hugh Saville, not messing around on the back bumper at R32 already, you know.
Brilliant run by both those guys there. Martin Richards on a beautiful lead line. You can see on the replay here, gets into 1 nicely, just about gets into 2. Hugh Saville there, just taking a bit of a wide line, gets into the dirt ever so slightly. But as they come here, you'll see Hugh Saville coming into this roundabout, takes a very, very wide line, gets into the gravel, but somehow makes it work and does a really, really good job of getting back up and close and personal with that R32's rear bumper. And as they come through there, Martin Richards turns on the smoke, runs a very, very wide line. Brilliant job by both drivers. As we swap it back around, remember, they have to have a decision after this. There's no one more time, so they've already had one.
I was like, fuck you.
Through the gears up, Avon Bryars to initiation. Hugh Saville to fire that car in. Nicely done.
Looks absolutely phenomenal. It's had a hard life, but it's still going strong. Look at this as they come through up number 1, outside zone 1. It is absolutely clinical from both those guys. Good job through outside zone 3. Martin even on a bit more angle than Hugh. And as they come into the roundabout, Martin slowing that car right down. Hugh Saville taking a wide line through that zone. And as they come through here, nicely transitioned. And then coming through that wide last zone. Beautiful job, mimicking each other absolutely perfectly. Do we have a decision?
We do have a decision down there. They're ready to rock and roll. The judges have confirmed it. And ladies and gentlemen, I can say taking the last spot in the top 8 will be Driftworks' very own Martin Richards, ladies and gentlemen. Martin Richards gets the win and will advance through to the top 8. We lose Hugh Saville, unfortunately, but what a guy, what an incredible car.
Absolutely. You know, Hugh Saville has actually been to Castle Coombe many, many times before. That car actually won Car of the Show at the previous Action Day, and he was actually drifting that day, but actually won Car of the Show as well, and it'll be great to see him back next year. That boys from the southwest, from
for a spot in the top 4. One of these guys will be on the podium at the end. Connor Falvey in the outside zone.
in the
Is up Avon Rise, and look at that from Falvey on the back bumper already. Luke Fink, but he's in a hold back. He knows he needs to just keep it together. Look at this from Fink. Fink goes wide once again and messes up Connor Falvey, but Falvey stays with him. They get into it once again and go for it.
Oh, tough one in, tough one. So you see Fink there, just taking off the circuits. We see on the replay. Fink was absolutely E30 V8 turbocharged.
So the final four is Connor Falvey. Connor Falvey gets the win, advances through to the final four. He's down there with Adam Ivel. Adam, it's over to you.
He's had a great one.
Look at that door and the window. Luke Fink's going to just do some donuts. Where he may get to drive another four, can't he? It could be more. Maybe he will want to drive a different car for every
circuit. Lovely one.
Oh! Sebastian Bolton! Overcoming it, Kevin Brandenburg right there with his close as ever. And we've seen that these guys seriously want that trophy, that Cantonless trophy. Wow, Ian.
Some of those transitions didn't even make sense. Look at this from initiation. Brumberg right over the gears as they come up here. Look at this. Both guys aggressive. Sebastian Fonte not letting him get away. Big initiation. Fontaine is not messing around as they get into the roundabout. Sebastian Fontaine takes a different line and makes Brumberg go wide. He won't let him get away. Back on roll they go as they just slide down the side of the road. Kevin Brumberg
Wow, Sebastian Fontaine is showing why he is one of the best drifters within this run. Look at this on the transit, on the initiation. Waits for Kevin Brandenburg to initiate and then dials him in. But look at the proximity as they come through this outside zone. Kevin Brandenburg on a fantastic lead line. Oh, right. I'm going to wait for a decision.
Yeah, so decision's in, and I can confirm that taking a win and moving through to the final four is Kevin Brumberg, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Sweden. Kevin Brumberg from Sweden getting the win, advancing through.
We're just going to speak to the judges and see what they made of that, because there'll be Hugh Richards in the Driftworks R32, and off the line they come. Mark Richards to lead in. Nice initiation. Huge angle, slightly overcooks it there, but does well to get back into it. Mark Richards on a fantastic lead line. Can he make it well? Can he miss the really? Just not able to get onto the rear bumper as they come across the finish line.
Well, here we go. Let's take a look back at the replay. Fires it in here. An absolute heater of a lead line can. Richards fires it in and puts the car into a spin. As Ian Phillips now works his way back across, flicks the car into that far outside zone. You can see the damage as Richards gets it all wrong.
He'd be having a good look at that to deem who was at fault there. I think I know, but Ian Phillips' arm out the window, one-handed drifting as he comes across the finish line. Oh, judges. So they get out of the car. Martin Richards looks at the car.
Yeah, and we can confirm Martin Richards looking at the car saying, oh man, that's not how I wanted that one to go. But we can confirm taking the win, advancing through to the top four is Ian Biz Phillips. Ian Biz Phillips gets the win, advances through to the final four. Unfortunately, Martin Richards out of competition. And look at that, Ian Biz Phillips stands on the car and says, what a day. Give it up for Martin Richards, ladies and gentlemen, OG of UK drifting. Unfortunately, that car taking a punch to the face, but you know, you get it fixed.
Rear bumper and a front bumper now.
Yeah, both of those cars had a few too many contact this weekend.
In this Phillips' car, will rise, and the Archie Harbour doing everything he can to try and get away from Ryan Hughes, but he can't avoid Archie Harbour showed the red flag, and that is a completely snapped steering rod on Ryan Hughes' car, over aggressive from Ryan Hughes.
Was it a mistake?
I love your optimism.
I'm gonna go.
And Archie Harbour, a crazy drift kick. Look at the door. The A Racing store is absolutely battered. So we're hearing in the background the judges. The judges are actually throwing the suggestion out there and saying, Ryan, get that car recovered. Not unlimited, but they get an amount of time this weekend to practice on, to do qualifying in and all the battles all the way through. So these guys all on the same tyre, so they're all on a level playing field. So these guys aren't, you know, they're not all using different tyres and tyre brands. And they fire through.
Absolutely fantastic. Very, very quick. Archie Harbour doing everything he can just to stick with it and doing just what he needs to. As you see it come through here, that K20 turbo, 770 horsepower GT86 coming through. Wow. Do we have a decision here?
We do have a decision, ladies and gentlemen. I can confirm that taking the final spot in the top four is the one and only crazy drift kick. Archie Harbour, ladies and gentlemen, gets the win, advances through to the final four. Massive round of applause to Ryan Hughes, not only jumping in his spare car, but lending his spare car out and being just a good sport.
1 F50, 1 moment, they come in. Chase drive for his life right now, trying to chase down the young man.
Wow. Here's Connor Falvey, jumps onto the back bumper, fires that car in line.
They fire into the roundabout. Falvey once again giving him the room to manoeuvre. And it's a big flick from Kevin Brumberg, and Falvey sticks with him, lost in the smoke a little bit. Misses outside zone 2 and then comes into the outside zone 3.
Final is Connor Falvey! Connor Falvey gets the win, goes to the final. Kevin Brumberg will be in the third and fourth place playoff.
I want to first get a word in with Kevin here. You made it right all the way to the end. How does that feel in front of the LT World Tour fans?
That was
He
fun.
might do.
Yeah,
he's going in the battle.
we are struggling with the grip, so we have been working quite hard with our suspension, and now it's quite fast, so it felt good, but I knew Connor is an awesome driver, so I just sent it a little bit too hard here, and when I was chasing him in the beginning, so...
There's still a spot on the podium at battle for, dude. And I think a lot of people here are going to be leaving with a new favourite driver in a Volvo. Brilliant. Mr. Falvey, what seems to be a very expensive weekend for Dave Egan. Looks like you're going to end up with a trophy guaranteed. How does that feel?
Oh, amazing. It's been a tough year. It's been a lot of crashes and problems, but the team overcame them, and I think today is a great it's for them as well. It's great because they've worked so hard all year, and I'm so glad that today we can show them that we can be in the final. So I'm so happy that we're in the final now, and obviously thanks to my team and my family and Drift Games. It's been a great year, and we're finishing on a high note, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, well, have fun, dude. Good luck.
Absolutely nails the roundabout in that chase position. Archie Harbour giving him all of the lead lines to follow. Beat out Archie Harbour and they fire from the is going to finish up the run just to seal the deal as Ian Phillips will take his start and Archie Harbour fires off back towards where they started. Oh, what giving up at the last bit.
You've got to feel for Ian Phillips there as he makes his way back down to our start-finish marshal to get the result, but he knows what the result's going to be, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, look at this. He limps it back, see the flames erupt.
If I last like that,
Fires it in.
I'd be doing a burnout.
Looks good so
Looks
far.
good. It starts to lose power on outside zone 2, and then that's it. There's just nothing left, and unfortunately, I wonder if all those hits throughout the day have finally broken something on the car. And we'll find out more from Ian Phillips. We'll try and get him down in front of you guys to see if we can limp that 350Z back here towards the roundabout, get an interview with both of these guys. Looks like we all know what way this is going to slide. And we're going to try and get them back in front of us before we give you the decision. Oh, they're down there on the grid. Looks like they're not going to make it back, and holds up his hands. And ladies and gentlemen, I can confirm taking it through to the final will be the crazy drift kid, Archie Harbour. Archie Harbour gets the win. Ian Phillips wants to take that car straight back to the pits to get it repaired. He is in the 3rd and 4th place playoff against Kevin Brumberg.
Yeah, will he be able to? I know that if you're Kevin Brumberg, you won't want to go. You won't want to win like that. You want to go out and you want to put on a good battle. You want to win fairly.
One that wheelies.
I am. I'm more scared.
No, he's here.
No, here
It
it
is
is.
Liam Doran, ladies and gentlemen, this crazy Rolls Royce. Perspective of where you are. Look at this, sparks from the back. He is all the way over Avon. Liam Doran putting on a show here for you guys. Don't forget, show your appreciation as he comes through. Give him a round of applause. Because he is absolutely phenomenal.
Anyway, but you just got me.
Doing some crazy stuff. This just doesn't make sense. Is he coming to Ireland? Oh, God. He's coming to Ireland. Can you imagine?
I don't want to.
Well, it might be a thing.
Look at sparks. Absolutely perfect.
Gears over Avon Rise. Ian Phillips likes up the Brumberg into it. Look at this. He's winning. Bumper to bumper. Oh, the track
Not perfect by both guys, but that is exactly what we wanted to see. And as we watch the replay here, nice from Ian Phillips, but look at Brumberg, look at that transition, it just doesn't make sense. As he comes through, this is where he makes a big mistake, comes up way too short, as to the inside line, whilst Ian Phillips is right on the outside line. Now, as they come into the roundabout, both guys doing a good job. Ian Phillips just slightly hesitating there, and takes a very wide line coming out of it. Nice transition by Brumberg there, but this is where it comes alive. Look at Brumberg. He is right there in the pocket on that rear quarter. Oh. As they come through now.
I trust the
stop
guy.
free.
It's
The
like the
LT
same as
World
taking a
Tour
plane or
is
being on a...
Yeah, probably that's what's
Kevin
going to be doing.
Brumberg!
It's
Ladies
like
and
going
gentlemen,
on
give it
a
up for Ian
It's like
Phillips. He
skydiving,
takes
flying a
fourth.
plane,
What
on a
drive
roller
from
coaster.
Kevin Brumberg to be in this Phillips coming out this weekend. Give him away as he comes past, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a really good show. He's such a nice guy.
Such a nice guy. We'll be happy to meet every single person.
2024, he finished in the top 10 in 2025. But alongside him, we have the future of UK drifting. We have Archie Harbour, an 18-year-old young man that is leading the Nürburgring Drift Cup Championship. He's a man that we all look up to and say he one day will carry the torch for us in the UK. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, they are going to go head-to-head in front of you all here at Castle Combe. So before I give our start line marshal the signal to send them off the line, I want to hear every single person in here at Castle Combe make some noise! Richie, let's send them off the line. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Connor Falvey to take on Archie Harmer for our top step on the podium. This is what we've been waiting for 2 years. As Archie Harmer looks for the back bumper, and Harmer once again, Archie Harmer not messing around. Wheel on wheel on the transition. Connor Falvey, as we go down, they come off the line and through the gears. Harmer slams that M50 turbo through the gears, but look at Connor Falvey on the back no messing around as Falvey struggles to keep the proximity. Can he hang on as they go wheel to wheel, bumper to bumper once again? Connor Falvey comes outside.
I can't call it. I can't call it.
I don't know. I'll tell you who does know. The judges. They have made a decision, ladies and gentlemen. When they come down in front of us, I want you to get up with a ball.
Perfect.